Hey there, everyone. It's Dr. Charlotte Hodges, and I am reaching out to you live from my bedroom. And today I just want to talk a little bit about snacking during the coronavirus. Oh my goodness. I cannot tell you how many of my patients that I've been talking to via web or via video that have told me, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I've had surgery, I've never had an appetite, and now I just want to climb the walls. I cannot stop snacking. What can I do? And I first try to tell them there's a couple of reasons why this is happening. Number one, you're just really out of sorts. You're out of your normal routine. And I find that anytime that you're out of your normal routine, you're going to try to fill it with something that can be a little bit more comforting. And then also, just because it's such a stressful time right now, the increases in your cortisol levels will naturally give you a stronger drive to crave sweets and to crave carbohydrates. That's actually just one of these natural pathways that we have to contend with. So what can we do to combat this ever-increasing snacking, this mindless eating that's going on right now, particularly because we're all homebound, essentially? I think the first thing is that you need to try to set up some sort of routine. I will tell you that since you're working from home, even if you're not having a video conference, I really encourage you need to get up, you need to brush your teeth, you need to put on some makeup. If you're a guy, don't put on your makeup, but fix your hair and put on some clothes. Don't just wear your jammies all day. There's something, I think, mentally about you're prepared and you're set and you're ready for the day. It really does kind of change your approach. So number one, I would say get back into the habit of regular grooming like you normally would, even if you are not planning on seeing anyone that day. So that would be number one, because that kind of gives you a sense of more stability. Number two, I do think it's best if you try to make some sort of schedule for people that are working from home and you've never worked from home before. I've never worked from home before. Get a little area, have it set up. Try to have it set up like your normal desk. Like have your spot for your pens and pencils and paper clips and files and all that. And if you normally have your water bottle at work, fill up that exact same water bottle and have it at your desk. So I would recommend try to have the same kind of creature comforts or the same things that you have in your desk at work. Have that at home. Again, so that you're feeling it's not so starkly different than what you're used to. I think the third thing would be is you need to make sure you're getting up and moving around, not just because it will help with some of the brain fatigue, but also it's twofold. It's going to help to make sure that you don't have a lot of swelling in your legs. I'm having patients tell me, why are my legs swelling? And I'm like, well, number one, it's probably from all the corn chips that you're eating. You're having too much sodium. But number two, I even noticed this for myself. The very first day that I was staying home and I was doing video appointments, because I wasn't very comfortable with like making sure I wouldn't drop a video and calling my office and trying to coordinate and all this stuff. I found that I literally was sitting in my chair from 8:30 in the morning until noon. And I remember I got up and I was like, oh my gosh, my legs are like stiff as pokers. And I had swelling in my legs. I knew I did because when I took off my socks, my little ankles were all clamped up and had ridges. So the next thing I would say is, you need to make sure that you're taking a break every 45 to 60 minutes. Not only that, that also is going to help with eye strain as well. Every time I go see my optometrist, they always tell me, make sure that every 45 minutes, if you're working on especially on a computer screen, make sure that you take a break for about 10 minutes where you're no longer looking at something close up, but you're looking at something far away. That's really what you want to do. And so I think getting up, walking around is really going to help, number one, just so that you don't have some of that brain fog and that lethargy. Number two, it's going to help to make sure you don't get any swelling. And then number three, from a visual standpoint, you're not going to have some weakening in your eyes. You might not get any strain headaches if you're able to give your eyes a break from just looking at one specific distance for an extended period of time. You know, and the other thing that I recommend for patients to do is, you know, we're locked in here. We are not supposed to go anywhere, but you need to make sure that if you did not have snacks before in the house, I recommend that you do not have snacks now. I wish I could say that I have really good willpower. I do not. And so, for instance, all of Margie's Easter candy, because she's actually not a big candy eater, I've thrown away almost all of it because, well, she actually doesn't miss it. But number two, I'm the one that's been eating it. And so I haven't been able to give up those Reese's peanut butter cups, but they're tiny and only have one or two. And I do log those in my Fitness Pal, mind you. But really, if you have some snacks, if you're having crunchy snacks, if you're having popcorn, if you're having chips, whatever you name it, the best thing for you to do is to just get rid of it. You just don't have it in the house, because if it's there, you're going to eat it. Now, if you do like to have popcorn, there's nothing inherently wrong with popcorn. Try getting one of those 100-calorie bags of popcorn and use that. Don't make the great big Orville Redenbacher extra butter popcorn, because you're just going to be getting a lot of extra calories. So if you want to have healthy snacks, do have the same types of snacks around right now that you would have if you pack them up whenever you're going to work. I really encourage you guys, try to mimic what you do at work when you're away, what you now need to do at home. And what's interesting is this is our new normal for now. And then probably just about the time that everybody is now getting used to the their little habits that they're forming here at home, we're all going to be told that, hey, guess what? It's time to go back to work, and it's totally fine if you go out into public. So what do they say? It takes about 6 weeks for you to develop a habit. So I really encourage you, try to start developing some of these good habits now. For me today, my goal is to start drinking more water. I gave up sodas for Lent, and so I've been trying to make up for lost time. Not a good thing. So my goal now is to get back, use my little hydrate bottle. It's really cool. It's a neat water bottle that lights up, and it tells you when to drink your water. And that actually has been working pretty well. So those are kind of some of my ideas of what you can do to try to break the monotony of being at home, and also to decrease the risk of gaining some extra lbs while you're at home. I think lastly, though, what you need to do is give yourself a break. These are very, very stressful times. I've been very happy to hear that the majority of my patients have not lost their jobs. They haven't been put on furlough. My prayer for everybody has been that, at the very least, besides staying happy and healthy, is that your job has been protected. So, but that's not the case with everybody. And so these are stressful times. Give yourself a break. It is not going to be like this forever. I assure you, this is not how the new normal is going to be. This is for a certain period of time, and you will be able to get your life back. However, in the meantime, try some of these different things that I suggested to make sure that you can continue to have good weight loss success. So if you guys found this helpful, give me a thumbs up, share this with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.